Hello guys, welcome to my channel and welcome to Arcadus Free series. Um, for those of you who don't know what this is, it is about me as a child having the hobby to cut newspaper articles and collect them and kept them in a clear bag. And after 8 years, I'm studying reading them. And yeah, I'm glad that I can share this with you. And yeah, after reading, I'll tell you my opinions, whether I agree with this, whatever the article has written or not, whether it still seems interesting to me or not, whether it has taught me something new or not. So here it goes. Propoor environ engineer. The lack of adequate, safe, and sustainable waste management is one of the most critical environmental challenges faced by the world's developing countries. Island nations in particular must grapple with growing consumption and finite space of waste disposal. Government-run services collect only 30 to 40% of the country's solid waste, mostly in higher income areas. Poor communities are left with mounting waste problems that can have deadly consequences. In 2005, in Bangladesh, sorry, in Bandung, Indonesia, 140 people were killed when a 200-foot high open garbage dump collapsed, triggering a landslide that crashed on two villages. As a waste management problems mount throughout the Indonesia archipelago, Yuyun Ismawati implements sustainable community-based waste and sanitation management programs that provide employment opportunities to low-income people and empower them to improve the environment. She works through Bali Focus, an NGO she started 11 years ago to promote community-based waste management in a sprawling island where the government can be counted on to keep things clean. For the poor. Ismawati, 46, began her career as an environmental engineer working with consultant firms to design rural and city water supply systems. Seeing that her skills were not serving the poor communities most in need of safe waste management, Ismawati made a career change since 1996. Together with her NGO networks, she has redirected her environmental engineering expertise to assist poor communities in designing safe and well-coordinated waste management initiatives while prioritizing environmental health and economic benefits for local people. In June 2000, Ismawati founded her own NGO, Bali Focus, to expand her community-based environmental management program into replicable initiatives for a larger area of Indonesia. In 2003, Ismawati and Bali Focus, in cooperation with local Rotary Club, initiated a solid waste management program with Temesi village in Gianyar, Bali, consisting of a waste management facility owned and operated by the village itself. Drawing on her experience with a tourism waste recovery facility in Jimbaran, Bali, Ismawati and the organizations recruited and trained local residents to operate the facility at the landfill site. Workers now separate waste into recyclables, compostable, and residuals to transport to the dump site. Income from the sale of recyclable materials and compost benefits local farmers. The plant now employs 40 local residents and received carbon credits from the voluntary market to support the sustainability scheme of the project. Decentralized Solution Initiative. Since 2004, Ismawati has developed the Decentralized Solution Initiative focusing on village households in a low income urban area of Bali and other cities in Indonesia. Ismawati looked to housewives as her partners. The goal was to develop community programs that reduce the volume of waste taken to municipal dump sites by minimizing household level waste. The core team trained housewives in easy to learn daily practices such as waste separation and composting performed at home using simple household tools. The program now involves 500 households. Bali Focus estimates that household waste in participating villages has been reduced by 50%. Some women sell their compost at local markets, thus creating a sustainable income generating practice for their communities. Recyclables are often crafted into sellable items, creating yet another income stream for local people. Sanitation by communities. Seeking to build upon the positive result of these programs, Ismawati was involved in the development of Sanimas in 2001 to 2003. Sanimas, meaning sanitation by communities in Bahasa, is centered on Ismawati's creation of a series of replicable waste and sanitation management options for urban poor settlements. Depending on a locality's needs, resources, and community driven priorities, Ismawati, Bali Focus, and three other NGO partners provide education and capacity building on specific sustainable waste management and sanitation programs. Infrastructure is supported by the local and central governments, community contributions, and participation, although small compared to government support, are essential for the program's long-term sustainability. As of 2008, Sanimas was nationwide initiative reaching hundreds of locals across Indonesia, adding at least 75 small and medium-sized cities to the program every year. Other efforts. Involved. Ismawati has been involved with national agencies in crafting Indonesia's first ever bill on waste management and waste management strategy related to climate change issues. During this process, Ismawati succeeded in moving the bill away from environmentally damaging practices such as incineration. She also expanded her area of interest by establishing Indonesia's toxic free network. She intends to connect with more Indonesian NGOs and communities to work against the spread of toxic substances from burning waste, pesticides, and heavy metals such as mercury. I don't know what she has done. I don't know, I just didn't get anything while reading through this. So, looking at that, what I got is topic not so interesting for me, quite honestly. Time also is there, so if I would have read it, time not there. So, what I got from my first reading is she is an environmental girl. So she is trying to save environment in Indonesia, trying to manage household waste, and she take her household wives as partner, and she was seeing as them. He started her own NGO 6 years ago till that date. So today means like, what's the date then? 2011. 8 years, 14 years now. She is like really good at this. That's what I got. That's it. That's what I got. She didn't. The Indonesian solid waste management is really poor. I don't know what the situation right now. I'll Google this as well. Yeah, that's it. That's what I got in my first reading. and don't like to read this again because it's very boring for me.